Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In this video, we're going to be talking about DeFi and liquidity pools. So this has been one of the most requested videos that I've gotten over the last couple of months, and we're going to dive into it today. I'm going to break it down from the bottom level all the way to the top level. I'm going to show you guys how I'm using it. This stuff can get pretty deep, but I'm just going to show you guys what I do to earn somewhere around $200 a day right now in passive income using liquidity pools and DeFi. So the cool thing about crypto, guys, I mean, crypto's awesome. There's coins and there's things like that. But once you start digging into the tech and the stuff that's behind crypto and which is what we're going to get into today, it really starts to open up your mind to see how early we are in this industry and just the way that the financial system is building a new system and that is going to take place of the old system. So the stuff I'm going to talk about today is pretty much the same exact stuff banks are doing with your money when you give it to them. Okay, when you give your money to a bank, they are able to lend out your money. So if you put in $1,000 into a bank, they are able to lend it out at a 10x rate, meaning they can lend out $10,000 on your $1,000, and they're charging a 24% interest on that money that they're lending out. So they're just totally ripping us off. And what crypto does is allows us to be the bank. It allows us to be the bank. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so let's just start with a DeFi name. This is probably, in my opinion, the strongest DeFi name out there. Some people might disagree with me on that in the comments, but SUI has absolutely exploded this year. Ticker SUI. I think this is going to be one of the biggest names in crypto over the next 5 to 10 years. I call him Solana 2.0. But I'm just going to start with SUI. I have some other names that I'll show you guys as well. And I'm just going to pretty much show you everything that I do to earn around $200 a day in passive income from just staking my crypto, right? I love SUI as a project. I want to own it, right? We have our buy signal. If you guys follow the channel, right? If we're buying assets down here that pay an APY, okay, over time, as we're going to go up over the next 5 to 6 months off these signals, right? You could see, boom, buy signal down here, buy signal down here, buy signal down here. So we're in an accumulation zone right now. We're in a zone right now, according to the indicator, that we should want to be accumulating as much of this stuff as possible. So how do we do that? Okay, first thing you have to do is you have to buy SUI. Obviously, you have to buy SUI. Okay, so once you buy SUI, what you're going to need is a decentralized wallet. Okay, so a decentralized wallet, I personally use Phantom. I use the Phantom wallet. It's on my desktop extension here, and it's also downloadable on the phone. So what we're going to do with the Cetus or the SUI is we need to send that into our wallet. So once you have your SUI, you're going to want to send it into your decentralized wallet. Okay, once you have the money in your decentralized wallet, then you're able to connect to decentralized exchanges. These are not your Coinbase. These are not your crypto.com or your Binance. This is a decentralized exchange. Okay, each layer 1 blockchain. Okay, so SUI is a layer 1 blockchain. Examples of layer 1 blockchains are going to be SUI, Ethereum. You got Solana, right? You got SUI, like I said, and you got AVAX, you got XRP. Those are all layer 1 blockchains. Okay, those are the head of the blockchain, right? SUI is its own blockchain. So on SUI, though, there's something called L2s. They call them layer 2s. So those are projects built on the blockchains. So for example, we're talking about SUI first. I'm going to go over a couple of these that I'm in, and I'm going to explain it the best I can to you guys. If you have questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section anywhere throughout the video. I read every single comment on YouTube and on social media. So if you have questions about this stuff, drop it. It helps me create content for the future. Like I said, this has been the most requested video over the last couple of months. So here we are. Okay, sorry it took so long in the middle of the holidays. Today's 2026. We're diving in. We're going all in 2026. It's the year to do it. And really excited to continue to dominate with the Spartan Army. So Cetus is a layer 2. So again, every single layer 1 has its own decentralized exchange. It might have multiple. If you don't know, Ethereum's decentralized exchange is Uniswap. Aerodome Finance is going to be Base's layer one blockchain, DEX, right? It's a DEX to where you can stake inside of liquidity pools. Okay, they have their own liquidity pools in here that you can get access to and stake. Okay, so Iridom's another really good one, but my number one pick, I mean, I've told you that this the last few months, is Cetus. Cetus is the number one DEX on the Sui blockchain. Sui is up and coming. It's still a very low market cap. Last time I checked, it was only about a, let's see here. It's a $5 billion market cap compared to Solana, which is around a $72, $71 billion market cap. So if Sui ever catches Solana in market cap, that would be, Sui would be trading at around $16 to $17 right now, and it's sitting at $1.40. So I do believe Sui is going to surpass Solana. That's just my personal opinion. I think pump funds eventually going to get shut down, and all of Solana's income is going to go away from their pump fund scam stuff. So so like I said, first things first, you need Sui. So how do we get Sui? So I'll show you how I'm going to get my Sui here. So I'm going to connect my wallet real quick. So once you have your wallet, right? Once you have your wallet funded with Sui, and let me get some Sui in my wallet here really quick. So all you're going to do is come to the site, Cetus. If you want make sure you get the right link, go to coinmarketcap.com and then type in Cetus. Cetus protocol here. This is only a $21 million market cap, which is just insane to me because they are the number one DEX on Sui, which just absolutely blows my mind. And I think this is a sleeping giant here in 2026. So if you want the right website, just go to coinmarketcap.com, type in the ticker, and then if you want to make sure you're on the right website, you can go to their website here, just click access the app. That'll take you over to their DEX. So they do have a trading platform, like you can trade crypto on their platform. It's just like an exchange, just like Coinbase, just like Robinhood, just like all these platforms, but it's its own, right? It's not centralized or anything like that, at least for what we know. But again, I'll show you guys how to use it. And there's tons of people doing this right now. The best thing about it is the APRs, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to stake liquidity in these liquidity pools. So you can see the APYs. Like if you stake this here, SCA and SUI, you get 142%, 135%, 116% APY. That's insane. Okay. And the more volume that comes in, the higher the APYs go because it's all based on volume. You can see how much volume that they've processed. $92 billion worth of volume Cetus has processed. That is insane. That is so much money. And the fact that they're only sitting at a $21 million market cap right now, built on the largest, or not the largest, but one of the most fast up and coming layer ones out there. I'm telling you, this is a sleeping giant, folks. A sleeping giant. Mark my words on this, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do this. So once you get on here, you just go to connect up here in the top. Whatever wallet you have, you just connect. Like I said, use Phantom. So that just connected my wallet, okay? So now what I can do is I can come in here to my positions, and I'll just show you guys my positions here. Okay, you can see my claimable yield here. This is just in the last day. I get in here every day, and I harvest this. So $86.56. I'm just going to hit claim, and then I'm going to hit claim yield, and then I'm going to confirm that, and then it's just going to ask me if I want to confirm that inside of my wallet. You can see I'm getting 2,000 Cetus, 25 Sui, and $2 worth of USDC. So I'm just going to say yes, please, and then that money, right? Those coins. Money, it's crypto, dude. So those coins went into my wallet. So you can see in the last day I've made $47 worth of this Cetus protocol, $37 worth of Sui, and a little bit of USDC here, about $7 worth of USDC. So now I could show you my liquidity pools, and there's all kinds of liquidity pools. Okay. So if you want to find liquidity pools, I'm going to be honest, I don't know the difference between a DLMM and a CLMM. So I am not an expert on this by any means. A lot of this stuff is very new. All I know how to do is how to stake and how to collect the passive income. That's really all I care about. I want the passive income. And then when names go back up, that's when I'll sell and get out of the liquidity pools, take my profit, and then wait for a dip and then start accumulating again. So that's just the goal. So normally what I like to do is I like to use these filters up here at the top. Okay, these are going to be important for you. Liquidity, is a big one. So this tells you, right, how much liquidity is in a pool. So if you're seeing a high APY like this, don't jump on it just because you think it's going to do really good. You want to pay attention to liquidity. If there's not a lot of liquidity in the pool, I normally don't want to touch it. So what I'll do is I'll sort from the highest down. So you can see the highest one is SUI and USDC, and that's paying 46.93% right now. APR. Okay. What does that mean? Estimated according to trading activity in the past 24 hours plus mining and farming rewards. So when you provide liquidity, what it does is it allows traders on their platform to trade. Okay. And then they're earning fees off of people trading on their platform and using their platform. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Okay. And what it's doing is generating fees, and then they dish those fees out, and then they pay you based on how much liquidity you provide into the pool. So today, whoever had stuff staked in this is earning 400% APY, and that's over the year. That's not over the day. That's not on the day. That's over the year. But they pay you out every day based on those fees, which is awesome. So the first thing I like to do is look at liquidity. I normally won't go past this first page. Like if it doesn't have over 1 million in liquidity, I don't want to touch it. So I like to make sure my liquidity is at least 1 million. That tells me that there's other people invested into this, not just me or not just somebody else. It actually shows you that there's other people who are feeding these pools, and the more people feed the pool, the more fees get generated, and the more you get to make. So you can do your research, and you can like look up these coins, right? These are coins that are built on their platform, right? Cetus is one of them. This is one of my biggest farms right now because I am very bullish on Cetus, the project. So as I'm holding Cetus and as I'm holding SUI, what I can do is I can provide it. I can stake it inside of this liquidity pool by clicking this deposit button right here, and I can earn 23% APY. Okay, 23% APY. You guys saw how much I just made, right? I had that $47 worth of Cetus. That was in one day. Given I have a good amount of money, probably around $80,000 in this liquidity pool, but that is getting paid out to me every single day. So how do you stake, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to find your pool. Like I said, if you find another one like this WAL, so what I can do is then I can come over here to my trading view and see, okay, people are buying this and holding this on the SUI network. So I can look up WAL USD. I can go to the name and I can see it's super beaten up, like it's really far down. Right, it's sitting at 12 cents. So if I wanted to take a shot at this, maybe you got a green dot on it or something, or there was a reason you wanted to buy it and earn and stake and earn, right? You could stake and earn SUI and WALF and make 183%. Like that's a lot of liquidity. But the price could keep falling, right? That's what could go against you in liquidity pools. But my whole thing is if you're buying good quality projects like SUI and Cetus, which I think Cetus is going to go up. I mean, look at this Cetus chart here. Okay, this thing is just right back down here at the 2023 lows. This thing was up at 50 cents, guys. 50 cents. It's at 2 cents right now. And again, it's the biggest, largest DEX on the SUI network. I mean, this is a sleeping giant. This is the 2026 banger of the year right here. It has to be. It has to be. Okay, I see this at least back at 20 cents, no problem. Okay, if it goes back to 50 cents, that's a 2,000% move right here. So what am I wanting to do? I'm wanting to buy Cetus right here. And if it's just going to sit in my wallet, why not stake it in a liquidity pool? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we'll come down here to the Cetus and SUI. So again, you need at least SUI or Cetus in order to do this. I really like the Cetus platform. It makes it super easy. So I'm just going to hit deposit. And I believe I already have some in this pool. Yeah, I already have a position. So you can see I actually have 90 in there, and I'm earning about $70 a day in passive income on this. Again, you don't need that much money. Obviously, the more you put in, the more you're gonna make. But the fact is, you're earning 23% APR a year. So if I want to buy Cetus and buy SUI, and why would I want to do that? I want to do it because it's matching our buy strategy, right? We have green dots down here showing up. SUI is the same thing, right? Green dot down here. So we want to buy and hold, right? Our strategy is to buy the green dot, and then we hold for 1 to 6 months until we get a sell signal. Okay, when the wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot, that's when we sell. This is when we buy. So why would we just let it sit in our wallet like this and earn nothing when you can stake it in this liquidity pool, okay, and earn 23%? They're going to pay you more Cetus and more SUI just for providing your liquidity, okay? That's what it's all about. Okay, so you could see the pool split. It's about 64% Cetus and 35% Sui. I think that is adjustable, but that's just what I have it at. So 65% of the balance, so 65% of my liquidity I have in here is Cetus, and then 35% is Sui. So what I can do, what I like about Cetus, and not a lot of other platforms do that, is they allow you to zap in. Okay, this is a super handy tool because normally you'll need, if you have, I'll just show you. Okay, I would use the zap feature because it's just easy. So I'm going to click this zap feature and then I'm going to hit max. So what that's going to do is that's going to convert 35% of this into Sui, right? It's going to convert 35% of this $47 that I'm holding worth of Cetus right here, right? Worth of Cetus, $47. It's going to convert 35% of it into Sui, which I'm fine, right? I want to hold Sui too because it's the big dog, right? That's what the whole entire blockchain's built on, right? Is Sui. So I want to hold Sui and I want to hold Cetus. And then I want to stake them and then earn APR. So I'm gonna hit zap in, and what it's gonna do, it might ask you to confirm, or it will ask you to confirm. All you're gonna do is just hit confirm, and then that's going to add the liquidity into the pool. So if I want to take this out, right, you can take it out at any time. I could just hit remove, and then I can just hit max, and then that's going to give me all my coins back into my wallet, and I could do that at any moment, right? I could do that right now if I wanted to. I could zap out and put it all in Sui if I want to. I could take my Sui out and my Cetus out. So when this stuff goes up, right, when Sui comes back up maybe to $10, I might sell it. And then I will take the cash. If I want to invest in something else, maybe I want to buy real estate or gold or silver or whatever it is, okay, then I can do it. So that's what we're doing there. Okay, if you want to take it out, I don't want to take it out. I want to hold it in there. I don't care if the market goes down now because I'm earning 23%. I'm earning these coins. The longer we stay down here when you're doing this is the better because I just get to accumulate, and then when this comes back up here, then I can dump it. Right, then I can sell my bags when I get the red dot up here. Then I'll sell it, take profit, and go find something else. But as of right now, I don't care if we sit down here for the next 3 months. I'll just sit in this liquidity pool and earn my however much I was earning a day. It said like, what was that, like $89 a day or something like that I'm making right now. And it's just building up. So I see a lot of you guys talking about, hey, I don't have any more money to buy. Well, you need to learn things like DeFi to learn how you can just, I'm just restaking what I made yesterday. I'm not putting in more money. My assets that I hold, Cetus and Sui, are producing me a daily income, right? A passive income. Okay. It doesn't matter the amount. What matters is I'm getting more and more as time goes on, right? So this is the Sui that I claimed, right? So I had 25 Sui that I claimed over the last day, right? It went into my wallet here, $37 worth of Sui. Now what can I do? Now I'm going to zap into this. Okay, I'm going to zap in with, so I put my Cetus that I earned in, and now I'm putting my Sui that I earned in. Okay, so what that's going to do is going to take 65% of this balance, and it's going to put it in Cetus. And I want to own more Cetus than Sui. I actually want to, okay, because I think Cetus is an easy 10, 20x. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. Like, it's going to happen. Like, I have no doubt in my mind it's going to go back to 20 to 50 cents. And if I have to wait a whole year or 2 years, I'm totally fine with it. So again, I want to hit zap in, and I want to put the rest of my Sui in here. Boom, and then I'm going to zap in, and there we go. We're on one here. Okay, so there's that. So that is how you add to liquidity pools. So really, the only thing you need to do is you need to find the pool, right? You need to find the coins you want to own, and I'll show you my other position actually here really quick. It's Sui and USDC. So this is right, not as volatile as Cetus is going to be, but Sui and USDC are, right, I'm just holding USDC and I'm holding Sui, and this one's actually paying a higher APY. Actually, no, it's not. It's paying 13% right now. Hold on 1 second. I might do something here live for you guys here. Give me 1 sec. I might move this. I was talking to our boy Jeff. I think this might be the pool to be in here. So, yeah, I mean, that's how you do it. So if you have 2 coins you want to own, right, Sui and USDC, so I'm sitting cash right now, so I could actually take this cash out if I wanted to. The cash that I have remaining, let's see if I can remove it here. So 4,000, I can actually buy more Cetus, which is what I should do, dude. I don't know why I'm sitting in this in this USDC pool. I think Cetus is the play, dude. I think I'm going all in on Cetus here. I don't see a reason to be sitting cash here. So I'm going to go into that Cetus pool. That's the only one I really want to sit in. I just think Cetus is going to, I think it's going to be crazy. So that just went back into my wallet. You can see you can instantly withdraw it. So you know, and you're paying a fee when you pull it out. I think it's like 1% or something like that. But again, that's how the protocol makes money, right? That's why it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this all, right? I'm going to put this all in this Cetus farm, and I'll just show you guys how to do it here. So if I wanted to look up the coin, I could just type it into the filter here. I can go Cetus, and then I can see all the liquidity, and then I'm just going to click deposit. And then I'm just going to put all this SUI in here. So I'm going to convert all this SUI, 65% of it to Cetus. And I'm going to zap in here. And we're going to go ahead and hit add liquidity. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to cancel that. I got to go to my position here. I want to add it to the same one so it doesn't open a new one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I already had a position. I didn't want to open a new position. I just want to add to the position I'm already in. So you can see right now, as it sits, I'm making $67 a day just from the liquidity that I have in here. But I'm so bullish on this ecosystem here, dude. By the research that I've done, I'm very confident in this play. So I'm willing to invest my money into it and earn the APY. Okay, so I'm going to zap in here with the SUI. I'm going to do half. So we're going just back into that pool. Again, this pool is paying 23%. I want to own Cetus. I want to own SUI for the long term. Okay, so I'm swapping 3,000 SUI for almost 1 million Cetus right now, and I'm hitting confirm. Okay, so that just added to my position. So we'll go half again here. I'm going to zap in again. And again, that's just going to convert some SUI into Cetus. I'm confirming. Boom, perfect. Okay, and then we'll do the rest here. So again, I just wanted to get out of the USDC. I just don't want to sit USDC right now. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to be cash right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this Cetus here. And then we have that USDC. So another thing you can do is you can swap that. I could swap my USDC here. So what I need to do is swap USDC for SUI. So that's another thing you can do is when you fund your wallet, what you're going to do is you're going to hit receive. And then that's going to give you your wallet addresses. So if you're sending in Ethereum, right, you want to copy this address and then you want to send it to that address. If you're sending in SUI, you want to copy that address and then send it into that address. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this USDC. I'm going to swap this USDC for SUI. Okay, I'm going to do the max because I need SUI in order to get into the pool, right? So I'm swapping USDC for SUI. That's a big thing you guys need to understand too, is when you receive, you want to make sure if you're sending in SUI, okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're copying the right address, right? Make sure you're copying SUI here, boom, okay, and then you send it to that SUI, to the SUI address. Let me just refresh this really quick. So now I got SUI in my wallet, right? That USDC that we took out of that other farm, we removed the liquidity from the other one, and we're going all in on Cetus and SUI here. Okay, it is January 1st, 2026 as the time when you're watching this video. Currently, Cetus is trading at 2 cents, down from 50 cents here back in December. Okay, I mean, you're talking back to all-time highs. You're talking about a frickin' 2,000% move back to all-time highs. And I am just so impressed with this DeFi website, with the network, right? Let's go ahead and put the rest of this SUI in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Let's zap in. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Let's go. Cetus to the moon. Let's go. Okay. So we're in. We're in like Flynn. And let's get it. That is it. So we're holding around 2.7 million Cetus and 25,000 SUI at the moment. So we're locked and loaded. Absolutely locked and loaded there. And again, Cetus is trading at 2 cents. It's around 2 cents, 2.5 cents. All-time high of 50. SUI is currently trading at 147, down from 5. So again, I just want to put my liquidity there, let it ride, right? And then we get back up here to sell territory. I'm going to pull my liquidity out, sell it all for USDC, and then sit cash until our cycle resets, right? Because again, we're buying down here, selling up here. Okay, you gotta think about the strategy with DeFi on top of it, right? Again, a lot of people are complaining about I don't have any money to buy. I don't have any money to buy. This is how you put your money to work for you. Buy assets that are going to pay you to hold them, like Cetus and Sui. Okay, find good assets that allow you to stake them. You can look on Ethereum's network, right? Ethereum has liquidity pools. I don't have any liquidity pools on Uniswap at the moment, but they also have a lot of liquidity pools you guys can research. So if you're holding, say, Link in Ethereum, you can stake your Link in Ethereum here and earn 20%. You can see that 20% APY if you're holding Link in Ethereum. Okay, you're just getting paid every single day with Link in Ethereum, and you can take your profits like I just did and stake them, right? Just like we did today, and earn an APY. So look at it, I've already made 73 cents since we started talking about the video. I can claim this and I can put it back into the pool and just keep compounding my liquidity. Okay, so that's how liquidity pools work. That's a full overview. I'll show you some of these other ones that I have. So one thing I do with this, guys, is I keep it on my bars here on my computer. So I have an investing tab right here, and this just brings me to all of my staked assets. So I have DragonSwap here. Okay, DragonSwap is another. It's like Cetus. It's very similar. It is a DEX, but it's on the SEI network. So SEI is another up and coming layer 1 right now that is very beaten up. So I want to buy things like SEI down here, and I want to find ways where I can stake for passive income to earn as we continue to bounce here. Okay, because a bounce is coming because we got the dot, right? We have to believe that. So I did some research on some DEXs. Those are a DEX is a decentralized exchange. I did some looking around, and I came across DRG. This is DragonSwap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my wallet. Okay, the Compass wallet is what I use for this. That's the only one. I tried to do the Coinbase wallet, but it wouldn't work. But the Compass wallet works. You can connect any of these wallets, whichever one you have. You just need to open one, and then you need to fund it with your SEI. And then you'll be able to stake your SEI and also your DRG, which is the ticker if you decide to buy some DRG. So again, the whole goal is finding ways to make passive income, right? Finding ways to make your money pay you, because then you don't have to have that conversation of, hey, I don't have any money to keep buying. Well, you have passive income that's paying you every single day. Okay, sometimes I have trouble with DragonSwap. I don't know what's going on. Another one I have is Pinlink. So pinlink.ai. This is a newer coin. Again, we can do our technical research on it, right? Pinlink. This thing's been a rug pull. $3 all the way down to 9 cents. But we just got our first green dot ever on this one. And what they're doing, so if you come over here to stake, is they're paying around 23% right now. 23% APY. Okay, so what do you want to do? Right? You want to take advantage of that 23%. So if I like this project, if I get the green dot here and I'm like, okay, I want to buy this thing, okay? And now while I'm waiting, while I'm holding it, because I'm buying it because we're getting our signal, right? So it's not just, I'm not just going to let it sit in my wallet and collect dust. I want to put it to work and let it pay me. So in order to do that, I'm just going to go to their website. I'm going to connect my wallet here. And then I'm going to go ahead and stake it. And I'll show you how to do that. Again, this thing's paying me every single day. So you can see in the last day, I told you I get in here and I do this every day. Okay, and I'm thinking about doing it once a week and just maybe doing it on video and keeping you guys updated on it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but that's definitely on the agenda. But you can see in the last day, I've earned 165 Pinlink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim that. And again, it's just going to add 165 Pinlink into my wallet. Sometimes it takes a minute to process. Let's see if we can get that DragonSwap back open here. I've had trouble with that site. I don't know if it's the cookies or what, but let's see if I can connect my wallet here while we're waiting for that. Okay, there we go. So I took a stake on this DRG. I'll get through this Pinlink here first. Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute. I don't know what the deal is, but sometimes it takes some time. Let me refresh. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm live. It's probably because I'm doing it live. So, okay, so it went into my wallet. So we hit claim, and you can see now it's in my wallet here. Sometimes I guess it just freezes out. I just refresh. So 165 link went into my wallet. That was around $16 worth of passive income for today. So I'm just going to stake that. I'm going to hit confirm on my wallet. It's going to process it. But you can see I have around 218,000 staked. And again, that's just paying me 23% every single year, but it pays out every single day. So I can withdraw it at any time. I don't know why this is lagging, dude. Must be my internet. It's snowing here, so I got Starlink. It might be lagging. So that went in. So now it's no longer in my wallet. So it went in. Sometimes it might freeze out. Like I said, it's snowing at my house, so my internet might be slow here. So bear with me. But again, 23%. This is just a project we came across. I came across it on TikTok, and I followed it. Finally got the signal, and we took a position somewhere. I think I took my first position around 25, 30 cents. And now it's all the way down here at 9. But again, we're in the accumulation phase, right? The accumulation phase is where we want to be buying. Okay, if you come over here to the cheat sheet, we want to buy when things go sideways. We want to buy when they're down here and just hold. When they decide to go parabolic is when we empty our bags. But until then, let's collect an APY. Okay, when you withdraw this, they have a 7-day cooldown. So the liquidity pool we looked at last, that one didn't have a cooldown, meaning you have to wait to get your money. If I were to withdraw my link here, it would make me wait 7 days. Okay, I would have to wait 7 days for it to go back into my wallet. That's the one downside. I like platforms where you don't have to wait. And I'll show you a couple more here in this video. Liquidity pools, you never have to wait, but some staking websites you do. 7 days isn't that long. I never like to do more than 14. 14's like the max I'll ever do, except I did 180 on DragonSwap, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. But yeah, so that's PinLink. That's another one. Again, there's just basic staking stuff that you can do. And again, if I want to withdraw this, I can withdraw it. And then I can sell it, right? I'm not going to sell it till this wave comes back up here and gives me a red dot. So until then, I'm just going to stake, and I'm going to earn that 23% APY paid out every single day. And then we got DragonSwap. So DragonSwap, like I was saying earlier before it lagged out on me, this is a new project, brand new. Okay, it's pretty much like the Cetus of SEI. SEI is not SUI. I'm much more bullish on SUI than I am SEI. But they're still both pretty credible blockchains. So you could see SEI is back down here from its 2023 lows. SEI was at 10 cents, and it went all the way up to $1. Okay, it's back down there to the 2023 lows. So what do I want to do as an investor? I want to buy at the all-time low. I want to buy at all-time lows. That is where I want to buy. Okay, this is an all-time low from 2023. So I did some research. ChatGPT is a great research tool. And I said, hey, ChatGPT, what is the top DEX? Again, the DEX is the decentralized exchange, kind of like Cetus. It's the same exact thing as DRG is, but to the SEI blockchain. Remember, each blockchain is its own thing. There's all these different layer ones, and you got to do your research and see which ones are growing and getting utility, right? We know that Cetus is getting utility because we looked at those stats, and you could see how much volume they've processed. Look how much money has ran through. Yeah, 92 billion with a B. $92 billion. They've processed $184 million today alone. Okay, so a lot of utility, a lot of money is flowing through this network. Okay, we can see that. The data doesn't lie. Okay, so we're bullish on the SUI is my number one pick for this kind of DEX liquidity pool stuff, but I like to be diversified. So the play I went with on the SEI network is called DRG. So this is actually paying 149%. But the downside is when you withdraw it, you have to wait 180 days. You can withdraw it sooner. You could withdraw it in 15 days, but then you have to pay a 50% fee. So my whole thing with this is I just want passive income, right? So I invested about $10,000 into this. Okay, and again, this is a very new project. I've invested in some new projects in the past, and it hasn't gone very well. But SEI is a very credible play, in my opinion. The U.S. government is using their blockchain, so I want to be early on this. So DragonSwap, and if you guys are watching this years down the road, it is January 1st, 2026, I believe. Yeah, 2026. Happy New Year. You can see it's a $5 million market cap. So it's a very new project. Again, you can see where it's built on. It's built on the SEI network. You could always research these on CoinMarketCap. I always like to check out their Twitter. All right, they got 37,000 followers. They're a high performant trading layer on the SEI network. So again, they're the same thing as Cetus, but on SEI. So I'm just collecting my rewards. So if I come over here to rewards, you can see that I've earned 142 DRG so far and about $198 in passive income. So in the last day, I've earned $28 on my $10,000 investment. I'm going to claim it. And then those rewards, that SEI, is going to go into my wallet. Okay, and that is right here in my wallet now. Okay, you can see that right. Where'd it go? Oh, reward successful. That's right. Is that it? No. One sec. Oh, I'm on the Compass. I'm in the Compass wallet. Okay, so yeah, I'm on a different wallet. So I have Phantom, and I needed a Compass wallet in order to connect to SEI because SEI doesn't integrate with Phantom yet. So I use the Compass wallet, so you can see that $27 went in there. So what I'm doing with this, so with all my staking rewards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to their liquidity pools, okay? And then what I'm going to do, because I want to buy DRG and I want to buy SEI, and I don't want to have to lock it up. So I'm not going to swap that USDC. I'm not going to swap that USDC that I just got into DRG and then stake it for 180 days because I don't want to do that. Okay. What I want to do is I still want to stake it, but I don't want to lock it up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come in here to this liquidity pool right here. And you can see they're paying about 12% today. This isn't as big of a network yet, right? They're just kind of up and coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add liquidity to this position. Okay. So that's my dog there. View positions here. So this is my position on it already. So I'm going to add liquidity to this. So in order to do that, I have to take that USDC that I just earned today and I have to swap it, right? I have to swap, let me see here. Let's swap the USDC for, I'll do 50% SEI because I got to go 50% SEI, 50% DRG. So I'm buying both of these, right? And then I'm going to stake it in this liquidity pool that I can take it out of at any time. So the whole goal right now is I'm just earning that USDC and I'm swapping it for SEI and more DRG. Okay, and then what I'm doing with that liquidity is I'm staking it in the liquidity pool. Okay, so I'm going to confirm that swap. Okay, confirm. Okay, so now, right, now we have DRG and we have SEI. So I converted those rewards I got from staking DRG for 100. I got 180-day stake. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add liquidity to the position that I already have. Okay, so I've already opened one. So I'm taking the profits and then I'm swapping it for SEI and DRG and I'm adding it into the liquidity pool. And then the liquidity pool is paying me 12% APY. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my position and I'm going to come up here to increase liquidity. And then I'm going to hit max. And then that is going to, I'm going to approve this. I don't know why I have to approve it every time, but getting another phone call. I'm getting blown up here. And I got a couple other sites I'm going to show you guys how to use because there are some different ways of doing this, but it's just, you got to get creative with it, right? You got to get creative, and that's all there is to it, really. I mean, that's just it. So I'm adding that liquidity there. I'm going to go ahead and approve this, and then that's going to stake that 341 DRG and that SEI. You can see my position right here. I have 3,600 DRG and 969 SEI. I can decrease the liquidity, meaning I can take my coins out at any time, and those will go right back into my wallet. But as of right now, right, this thing's just paying me that 12% APY right now, and that could increase. It all based on volume. If DragonSwap turns into a big deal, right, those APYs could go insane. DRG could, I mean, it's trading at a what, $4 or $5 million market cap. Again, I'm all for this DeFi staking, like earning passive income stuff. I'm all in on it. Like, it's the way. It's the reason crypto is a thing, is so we're able to do what the banks can do with our money, except we can do it now with our own money. using cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology. It's just it's a wonderful thing, folks. It's a amazing thing. And once you can grasp it, I know if you're a beginner watching this, you're probably like a deer in headlights, but watch YouTube, watch videos. Like it's truly amazing. The last one I'll show you here is the Onyx app. So Onyx is OXN. So I'm sorry, XCN. Okay, they just got listed on Robinhood. I actually invested in this before it got listed on Robinhood. Once I saw the Robinhood listing, I doubled down on my position. But this thing really caught on here in the last bull run in January when everyone was freaking out, right? This thing went up to 4 or 5 cents. And obviously we can just look at the chart and tell you like, hey, we shouldn't be buying it up here. What we got is a huge correction. Okay, we got a massive correction. Okay, I mean, this thing is down from 5 cents all the way down here to 0.004. This is down 90% from the top. Okay, and they just got listed on Robinhood. Why are they getting listed on Robinhood right now? Okay, Robinhood only has about 30 cryptocurrencies. You have to be a vetted OG to get into Robinhood's crypto because they give access to a lot of retail, which is technically going to be our exit liquidity, unfortunately. But the fact that this thing is way down here giving us our signal, 90% down from all-time highs, and they are paying 28% APR, 28% for staking it. And I can take this out at any time. Okay, so what I've decided to do with my earnings, so you can see I'm earning about 9,020 XCN a day. So I have around 13,000 that I can claim. So I'm just going to claim that really quick, and that's going to go directly into my wallet. Okay, and I want to get back to 10,000, so I have to restake this. Okay, but you can get creative with this, right? You can get really, really creative with this, guys. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm not going to restake it. I could restake it. All I got to do is hit max and then stake, and then that will increase my daily earnings. So you can see that will increase it by 10 if I were to stake this. So I'd be earning 9,030 XCN a day. So again, while this thing's down here, I'm just going to stack as much as possible. I'm just going to stake. How much did I earn in the last day? Okay, in the last about day and a half, about $60 in the last day and a half, just staking it. Okay, 13,000 coins equals $60. So what I've actually been doing recently is I've been building this Plume position. So Plume, unfortunately, their staking platform hasn't been released in the United States yet, but I'm hoping that it will here pretty soon. But what I've been doing is I've been using my profits from Onyx. So I like my position. I'm heavily invested right now in Onyx. It's probably about 10% of my total portfolio. And I'm earning 10,000 a day. My goal was to get to 10,000 a day. Now that I'm earning 10,000 a day, I want to start accumulating something else. So the project I was looking at was Plume. Plume is a real world asset name, so they're really heavy on the real world asset stuff. But this thing's down here at a very, very, very nice low. Okay, this thing just got released in January, and now it's back down here at about a penny. It was up at 24 cents. So like I said, if that goes back up to all-time highs, not saying it's going to, but if it does, that's a 1,500% move. And they have some really, really nice partnerships. They're partnering with Solana. They're going to pretty much run their real-world asset stuff on Solana. A lot of stuff that's been developing. Again, you just got to research your projects. You got to find what they do. Why am I invested in Cetus? Because I just showed you the technology. It was easy to use. I'm interested in it. I think it's going to grow over time. Okay, Plume, same thing. Okay, this is a little bit more of a gamble, but I'm hoping that they release their staking in the United States. I don't know where you're watching this from. Maybe you're in a country that allows it, but they do have their own staking portal, and they're getting into the real-world asset stuff. So you could see that it's not available in my region. So I'm in the United States. Unfortunately, I can't stake it, but they are paying 5% APY for staking. So if I could stake it, I would, but I am hopeful that they are going to release that in the United States. They have a big partnership with World Liberty Financial, which is Donald Trump's. This is pretty much going to be a DeFi bank here pretty soon. What I just showed you, these guys, World Liberty Financial is going to have liquidity pools very soon. You can see right here, lend and borrow. You got exchange. You got the app. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I'm pretty sure they will release that, but you can see I'm on multi-chain here. You can see their partners. This is who they're partnering with so far, and Plume is on the list. So that's a pretty sneaky little thing they're sliding in there. Plume has a partnership with Binance and also That partnership they got with Solana the other day was pretty big as well. So I've just been seeing a lot of good stuff about them. So I took a position on them. It's about a $50 million market cap. But again, what I'm doing with my staking income, again, this goes back to the whole, hey, I don't have any money to invest, right? I'm using my income that I'm making from my asset in order to buy more assets. So I'm taking that Onyx, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to swap it. Okay, I'm going to swap it for Plume. Okay, because I think Plume is going to do very well. Okay, so I'm swapping it for Plume. I'm taking that $60, that 13,000 coins, $60.53, and I'm swapping it for Plume because I'm building that Plume position, right? I'm very heavy in XCN, and I want to build up my Plume position. I can swap XCN for Ethereum. I can swap XCN for any project. I'm on the hunt. I'm trying to find projects that have utility, that are in these staking platforms, right? That have these staking platforms where I can earn passive income and be a part of, right? And continue to earn. So I'm on the hunt. That's the whole point of this channel, is to share information and to gather information. So if you guys have tickers, DeFi names, anything like that you guys are looking at, you guys are watching, drop them down in the comment section. That is it for today, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd highly recommend coming over here and checking out our Discord. It's completely free to join. That link is down in the description and pinned in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you, and have a great 2026 and beyond.